hey guys, Bitcoin's amazing run. Went up, 23x in so many days. Green line up, parabola, fell out of the parabola, red line. Do I run a paid group or I just make amazing price calls for free? I make amazing price calls for free. I called the Bitcoin top on the day. Did I charge you for it? Did I charge you anything for the education? No. Why? Because I've been a retired multimillionaire since 2003. I brag about it all the time. I called the top. And I told you last cycle, Ethereum topped 27 days after Bitcoin did. This cycle, Ethereum topped exactly 27 days after Bitcoin did. Exact same thing. Yep, there you go. Bitcoin's great run.
This one?
Here's where we fall out of the parabola. Yep. Just click the chart. Hey, look, we're going up. Oh, look, we're not going up no more. Doom time. And check the timestamp, and that timestamp equals the picture on the chart. That's where I called the top. Anytime we get one of these big run-ups, which, by the way, is usually following by a crash, which I think we are due for the rest of the crash. We're already down half. I think we'll go down another 75% to an 85% total drop. Nobody else thinks that.
80% total drop for what?
I think Bitcoin will tap $10,000 from its high of 65,000 because that's what it normally does. It drops 85%. Ethereum usually drops 95% because it has lower liquidity. So it acts like a leverage position on Bitcoin to some degree. Well, so Bitcoin runs up, ETH runs up higher.
The people in the Bitcoin ecosystem tell me, look, Bitcoin is unlikely to do what it has been doing in the past couple of cycles, which is drop 80%, precisely because new institutional money have already been placed in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Institutional investors now with more money are likely to make the coin less volatile, so to speak.
It's not true.
How would you respond to that?
They're wrong, and I'm right. I believe that we already had our top at 65K on Bitcoin, 4,400 on Ethereum, and I think we'll find new lows. I think you'll see Ethereum down at 300. I think you'll see Bitcoin down at 10,000 because historically that is what they have done in the past. And if you try and play this time as different game, you're going to lose all your money. Usually it's not different. Usually history tends to repeat itself. Usually the market behavior rhymes. It's not identical, but it rhymes. The top for Bitcoin in this cycle, which it just, I guess, made a new top, so it was a local top, but it lasted 6 months, I called it on the day. I said, this is a top. So Bitcoin went from $65,000 down to $30,000. I think it might even went 29.5, 28, something like that, depending on what exchange you're on. And so it dropped 55% from that day. And how did I know it was that day? Because it fell out of the parabola and everyone had their eyes on a single day. It was the easiest call ever. But it didn't go down the 85 like it normally did. It only went down 55 and now it went up again. But because it went up again, I don't know if it could do a double top. It could just be a temporary higher high and it could go make a new low and make everyone very sad. It took 6 months to make a slightly higher high from 65 to 69. And now
you predicted 60K. Are you prepared to make a prediction on the low?
Yeah, 85% drop. So it was 10K, but now that we went up to 69, it's 11K. I believe in the 85% drop. I believe in people selling the bottom. I believe in the pain. And I don't believe in people buying $1 million JPEGs forever and being profitable forever. Nope. Nope.
How long does it take? How long does this drop? How long will it take, do you think, the 85%?
Well, here's a trick.
Within a month or 3 months?
Here's a trick. The last bear market lasted exactly 365 days. We went from 20K down to 3K in exactly 365 days. Yeah, so these bear markets, they don't have to last a long time. It just really matters how many people you shake out. By the way, I called the top on the day. And that top call was good for 8.5 months now and only out of profit one single day by about 6%. Even less than 6%, actually. And I do that for free. I give away that knowledge for free. I did the same thing last cycle. I think it was, yeah. I think that.
Yeah, that's funny. I had a call in January as well, April 12th. That's funny. It was a CPI day. But aside from
Coinbase launch, easy buy the rumor, sell the news event, amongst other things. My top call on Bitcoin has been in profit for 8.5 months now. Only a single day was it out of profit, a little tiny bit for the Judas candle. It got people long, and then it immediately dumped and got them wrecked. I get it right over and over and over again, and time proves me right. I called the Bitcoin top on the day 9 months ago, and that top call has been in profit every single day for 9 months except one. Little blip, 6%. Judas candle to get everyone long, and then it went down 41%. And now it's sitting down about 38, 39% right now as we speak. I was right. Everyone else was wrong.
Yes.
This happens over and over and over again in more than one area.
So it's down 38% now.
Yeah.
Does that mean that this is a good time to buy? What's
don't think
going
so.
on? Where's it going next? No?
No, when it falls out of the it goes up with a parabolic rise. When it falls out of the parabola, it tends to drop 85% of its value. So 85% down from 69K is 11K. Oh, by the way, I saw someone post a thread on Twitter. They're like twitter.com/Richard Hartwin. They're saying, what do you think Richard's going to say on the next live stream? And they put some common ones. Some of the commons were, hi, I called the Bitcoin top 9 months ago, and it's been profit every single day except for one for every day of those 9 months now. Who else called the top on the day? Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. I called the Bitcoin top on the day 10 months ago while everyone else told you it was going to $100,000. There was a 65K top, and then it went down 55%, under 30K, and then it bounced. It went up to 69, back down to doom again. Now it's at 35. So, bounces aren't illegal. You do get bounces. As a matter of fact, I called a bounce, and my tweet was the literal exact bottom of the bounce. I said, look, we're due for a 12% bounce. We got the 12% bounce, and then we went and did new doom. Who does it better? Nobody. Nobody does it better. I mean, look, I won't tell you I hate bragging because I kind of like it, but I deserve it, man. And that's why I changed my username too. I called the Bitcoin top. And who are they putting on TV? People that got you wrecked. And by the way, this worrying about macro, look, I've been in crypto since no one cared about macro. Crypto is its own thing. I think Bitcoin can go up while macro is going down, and I think Bitcoin can go down while macro is going up. I don't think they have to stay one-to-one correlated. Currently, they are, right? Ethereum is one-to-one correlated with Bitcoin currently, and Bitcoin's one-to-one correlated with the stock market, or a little bit worse currently. There used to be more diversion. Like from the COVID dip, Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin by 3-to-1. Now, on the way down, it's basically tied, dumping the same as Bitcoin.
Okay, so where to from
For the
here?
record, if I wasn't clear, I got everything right and everybody else got everything wrong, and I want my credit. And I got the timestamps to prove it. That's it.
Look, the truth is, we can't argue with the timestamps. The timestamps are here. Here it is. Here's the first one. Here's the second one, which is why I brought you back here today, because you did call the top right. I don't think many people gave you the credit because.
It's hard, man. It's hard to take the opposite position to absolutely everyone else, but sometimes you have to.
Okay, so how important is this Fed meeting tomorrow?
I mean, for legacy markets, it's everything. So if the cost of borrowing money goes up, equities dump, and they dump really, really hard. If they keep doing helicopter money and devaluing the dollar and debasing the currency, then everything that isn't debasing goes up. So houses go up. Houses are at all-time highs. Crypto was recently at all-time highs. Gold was recently at all-time highs. Rolexes are at all-time highs. This is a $600,000 watch, and I hate it. But it's going to go up in value, so who cares? It's important for those things. But for crypto, when there's people buying $1 million JPEGs, whether they raise rates or lower rates, I still think we're due a massive, sickening dump where all these guys that bought JPEGs for $1 million get to sell the bottom. Everybody that put their money into a stupid project that doesn't have any product market fit or any use case or any users. Elon Musk needs to see what true pain feels like. Michael Saylor needs to see what true pain feels like. These dumb whales that just sit there and market buy on Coinbase from their cell phone, that don't know anything about best order execution, that don't know how to use limit orders apparently, that prefer to pay more instead of less because they think that they're pumping the price. And they are. But then you just have less coins when you're done doing that. And the pumping the price doesn't benefit you unless you're going to sell anyway. So you want lower entries, not higher entries. I don't think these guys understand how speculative instruments really work, which is why they don't have a track history of being successful traders, which is why they don't post their profit and losses, which is why they don't post their charts, which is why they're noobs. Elon Musk is a cryptocurrency. To
be fair, you did call Bitcoin to 10K during this cycle. Are you still on that wavelength?
Well, now it's 11K because an 85% drop from 69 is 1K higher than an 85% drop from 65. So now my bottom call would be 11K.
You're still bearish.
Believe in it. Yeah.
You're still bearish. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Why not?
Do you not take into account all the on-chain stuff with the long-term holders, like locking up tons of supply and not selling?
When didn't we have that? We've always had that during all the other 85% drops too. That's never gone away. That's always been there. Doesn't matter. These are reflexive systems. People buy because they go up. They sell because they go down. It went down more than 50%. It fell out of the parabola. When things fall out of parabolas, they drop 85%.
Bullish?
On Bitcoin, no.
Are you bullish on Ethereum?
No.
Why not?
The market's already had a bull run for 3 years. Ethereum already did a 50x. Jimmy Fallon of The Tonight Show has an NFT for his profile picture. El Salvador bought it. Michael Saylor bought it. The world's richest guy bought it. Who didn't buy yet? Who hasn't heard of it yet? You've been in a bull run for 3 years now. You dropped out of the parabola. You dropped 55%. Now you made a limp wiener 6% increase, Judas candle, and you made a 20% drop again. Bear flag. Wrecked. Fell out of the parabola. Time to go down 85%. Down to 11K. Maybe they printed so much money you don't get 11K. Maybe you get 15K. But I don't think 30K is the bottom. I really don't. Because who's left to buy? Or you already got the world's richest guy. You know, now when El Salvador bought like 22 Bitcoin, it made news. Do you know how much money 22 Bitcoin is? 51K times 22. It's $1 million. El Salvador bought $1 million of Bitcoin. The top on the day. Nobody. Me. I did. Yeah.
There are newsletters that you can subscribe to for $1,000 a year, where these experts predict what Bitcoin is going to do. But Richard has a lot of information for free on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/Richard Hart.
Okay, and Richard, let me just finish up with you and the question about how are we going to live? How's crypto going to be in our life in the future?
Well, you can't kill it. You can't get rid of it. I mean, China's banned it and unbanned it 100 times. They even banned mining it. Who cares? I mean, China's banned everything. China's banned Facebook. China's banned Google. China's banned nearly everything. How's it working out? By the way, if you haven't heard it, I called the top on the day in Bitcoin 10 months ago. It might even be 11 months ago now. At 65K. That's been in profit every single day, except one, where it went up 6% and then immediately went straight down about 44%. So, yeah, how nice of me to do that for free for you guys. Stuff that other people charge money for and they can't even do. They charge you the money and they fail you. I give you this stuff for free. You're welcome.
Where's the next low then for Bitcoin?
Traditionally, Bitcoin drops 85% after a parabolic blow off top. This cycle was different because the government, it should go down to about 11K. So since it was...
That's a reasonable expectation.
Agree. Yes, because it's what it has been doing for decades. It always drops 85%.
What's going to happen to Hex?
Hex continues to have giant dips like it always has, but it also makes new all-time highs. You got to understand that an 80% dip only cancels out a 5x pump. And when you have a 1,000,000% pump, you would have to drop 999999999% to cancel it out.
Bitcoin's making perfect progress.
I mean, not.
Yes, Bitcoin continues. Like, here's the thing. The world around us is crumbling.
Looking at what chart? What chart are you looking at that's showing you Bitcoin's killing it?
Have a look at wokeism. Have a look at fucking...
Yeah, that's all terrible. We agree on that. We agree on wokeism.
So the whole world is collapsing around us.
I agree with all that.
Bitcoin is like this heartbeat that remains consistent.
That had its run. Bitcoin had its run.
It's not had its run. Bitcoin's early days, man. Bitcoin's going to have its real run.
Dude that bought 13-year-old bag that just got here is like, yo, I didn't buy the top. I called the top of the day. You did not. You probably dollar cost averaged into the top on the day. Like, I'm telling you as a person that knows more about Bitcoin than you. Like, I'm trying to save you, man.
More about Bitcoin. No. You're trying to frame Bitcoin through the lens of making dollars. I don't care about that.
No.
The only measure that counts for me
I 1,000x people's Bitcoin stacks. What part of less than a Satoshi to 1,000 Satoshis is unclear to you? I 1,000x your Bitcoin stack for free.
Bitcoin stacks then. Why do you want to increase people's Bitcoin stack if you don't?
I don't.
Bitcoin is worth
but it's still better than fiat. Look, Bitcoin is not as good as Ethereum, which is the reason Ethereum's outperformed it 3-1. You know who owns Bitcoin? A bunch of venture capitalists and scumbags. But you think it's the fucking, we're going to save politics with this shit.
I'm not a
Let me tell you who owns Bitcoin.
At least I don't think I'm a scumbag. But...
You know who just drove the price up of Bitcoin over the last week? I do. Do you know who? It's a single guy.
Fuck. It doesn't matter. It's a market.
It doesn't matter who drove the price of Bitcoin up?
No.
I thought you wanted to promote Bitcoin. How are you going to promote Bitcoin if you don't know who the guys driving the price up are to go find more of them?
I don't care about the price. See, this is why I asked you the question in the beginning is like, why do you do what you do? Is that you're trying to get rich? Like, I don't care.
I've been rich and retired since 2003. I had a 150 employee company doing 60 million a year turnover in 2003 when I retired at the age of 25. I started mining Bitcoin when it was 50 cents.
You haven't answered me.
Yes, because I'm fixing everything. The reason I'm a self-help author, the reason I raised $27 million for charity, the reason I raised multiple billions of dollars for freedom of movement and freedom of speech is because I deeply care about these things. I've been Bitcoin top on the day 11 months ago. Who else called the top on the day? Nobody. I called the top on the day, and it's been in profit every single day except one. It's a little tiny day where it made a little Judas candle, got everybody long, a fake breakout, and then went straight down. Dropped 55% after that little fake out candle. What else? Yeah, call the tops in the day for free. Free YouTube, youtube.com/Richard Hart, you name it. We're just living the dream out here. You know, we're doing everything better, and people are starting to figure it out. They're starting to go like, oh, wow, those guys are really killing it. Big Simp 69 asks, have I ever called the Bitcoin top? Yes, I have. More than once. I believe in the 85% dip. It happens, and I've been through many of them, and people just don't think they're possible. New paradigm. You're like, yeah, new paradigm? Wrong. You guys, the noobs, bought the top, and who's going to buy after you? So, you know, he takes his stable coins that he had and swaps them for Bitcoin, and then his peg gets attacked by a bunch of people selling the UST for other stuff, and then he has to defend the peg. So he bought it like 48 and sold it like 36. And so now he just has less reserves left. And so you cannot make the backing of a stablecoin stronger by getting wrecked trading. It doesn't make sense. Okay. And it's very like, hey guys, the world's richest guy in the world just bought. It's even legal in some countries. We're early. No, you're not early. You're late. You guys are the last to buy. I bought and mined for free at 50 cents. I bought at 30 and then got wrecked and it went down to 2, but I didn't sell, so yay. But like, you know, it's just, they're stupid. Like Michael Saylor said Bitcoin was going to fail in 2013 and hasn't deleted the tweet, just like online gaming did. I had huge bags of Bitcoin, and then now he's wrecked. He's almost underwater. His average cost basis, I believe, is 31,000. He was underwater yesterday, underwater with other people's money and underwater with leverage. He took on leverage to get long at 46 or 48. He took on leverage. He encumbered his Bitcoin that he has to get more Bitcoin at a higher price. And now he gets liquidated at 21K. And I think the price will go down to 11K.
Do you think he took out collateralized loans?
Yeah, he bragged about it. He tweeted about it and bragged about it. You know, he took on 200 million of leverage from Silvergate Bank with a Bitcoin collateralized loan, and it's just reflexivity. So now, instead of never having to get liquidated, now you've got a leverage position. And what are the 3 ways smart people go broke? Liquor, ladies, leverage.
Yeah, so once again, Richard Hart doing victory laps. Call top on the day. Bitcoin, told you 27 days later, Ethereum, it did the same. Told you don't pick up pennies in front of freight trains. Withdraw your money, not your keys, not your coins. Celsius stops withdrawals today. Celsius is down 99%. I can't be more right. I'm always right. It's like, it just sucks that the things I'm right about are things that are getting, people are just choosing to get themselves wrecked. I know. What else I can do for you? You know, it's crazy. Can you call the bottom? Well, man, I think 11K is the Bitcoin bottom. Let's see when we get there, right? I like how everyone now is trying to pretend they're me, pretend they call the top, pretend, 11, like, nope, my idea. I did it when no one else would do it. When Mashinsky was on Kitco telling you about New Moon, I was telling you, hey, it's over.
I called the 20K top on the day.
Mm-hmm.
I called the 65K top on the day, and really the 69K top was fake. It was only there for like a small amount of time. It went straight down. So, and then I was like sad because I used to shill Bitcoin all day long. I was sad that I couldn't do that anymore because I knew it was wrecked, and I called the bear market. And so that video of me getting teared up at 8,500, the fucking price went down to 3,000. So should I feel bad about tearing up at a 3 times higher price and letting everybody else know the shit was wrecked and dead? No, I should feel fucking great. I called the top. I told you the bear market was over. I was 100% right. And if you look at my track history, I'm just fucking right about everything. Like, you give your coins to someone else to try and make yield. You lose all your money. Everybody lost all their money in cred. Now, everybody seems to be losing all their money in Celsius because no one can take it out. It's fractionally reserved. They're fucked. Everybody's fucked because cryptocurrency was invented to get rid of middlemen, and people love to give their keys up and inject middlemen, do the opposite of why crypto was invented. They lose all their money. I was right about Celsius. I was right about the Bitcoin price. I'm right all the time, and I do it for free. I just give you this information that I could sell for millions of dollars for free because I'm a nice guy.
Like, to be fair, Richard, I don't even think it was a bad moment because I think that moment was very pure and very vulnerable. And I think you shared like your journey throughout, like getting now where you are. And I think looking back at it, I just kind of like want to determine like what was the moment where you were like, okay, I'm stopping this investing in Bitcoin and in this bull market.
I mean, everything changes. Like tops get found. Like people are like, oh, you were bullish in November of 2017. You're like, yeah. And then the price went up. And then when the price, right before the price started going down, I called it. Like people are so dumb. They like don't update their worldview. Ethereum used to suck. It used to only have scams on it. Then it kicked ass. And now it's too expensive and too full. So I have to launch a new thing called Pulse Chain. So, you know, like you have to update your worldview. Technology